Hello, I'm back. It's been like how many days? A few. I don't know when I'm uploading this before the end of 2018 anyway. But we're back. This is a mess back here. I literally just got up, that's why my voice is so raspy. I had just woke up and decided, hey, let's film a video. So I got dressed, kind of did my hair, and then decided to film it. But today, if you haven't, well, you've read the title obviously, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 best albums and top 10 best singles that were released in 2018. For me, this is my personal opinion. Don't attack me being like, oh, why didn't you add this? Why didn't you add this? It's my opinion. There are honourable mentions, and I'm sure if you mention one, I will be like, oh yeah, I should have included that or whatever. But please don't attack me. That's all I'm asking. I'm gonna do from least favourite to favourite. My 10th favourite is Swimming by Mac Miller. The album was incredible, but I found myself not gravitated to go back to listen to all of the songs, which is the only main reason. Like, I love Mac and I miss him so much. But this album just wasn't it for me. Like, I loved it so much. And there were a couple of songs that I found myself going back to and adding to playlists, but not all of them. So that is why he is at the bottom. But he doesn't deserve to be there, I know. Number 9 is Trench by 21 Pilots. Love the whole album, love the concept, love everything, love the music videos that go with them. But again, I didn't find myself going back, but I found myself going back to more songs than I did on Swimming, which is why it's higher up. The album was incredible, and I'm very upset I can't go to the tour, let's just say that. Number 8 is Bloom by Troye Sivan. This should have been higher, but I found myself adding more as I was like, okay, yeah, that actually came out this year, put that up close to the top. So, Bloom, incredible album, only 10 tracks. The Target version, which I found online, has 12. Not all of the tracks are great. Like, I enjoyed the full standard edition. I enjoy apart from the good side. And if I'm in the mood, I will skip dance to this. If sometimes I'm in the mood for it, but not very often. No offense, because I love Troye Sivan. He's doing the damn thing. He's out here, like, becoming this huge, not huge yet, but he's getting there, pop star. And he's in the LGBTQ plus community, which has not happened for a very long time. Like, the last person that did that was open about their sexuality or their fluidity, was probably Prince, which is crazy. Like, there are the big pop stars now that are like, oh yeah, I'm this and this, because they're only realising this, but Troye knew from such a young age this, whereas these big pop stars were like, oh yeah, I'm straight from like whatever, like time, and then they came out as whatever later on in their career when they were in this such a big place. But Troye started from when he was like such a small artist, being true to himself, writing songs about using the pronouns he, except for June Haverly, we won't talk about that. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Number 7 is Queen by Nicki Minaj. This album, oh my god. Probably Nicki's second best. The best is obviously the Pink Print. No tea, no shade, just facts here. But Queen, it had... every song was a bop, bar Thought I Knew You. And in the edition where it had, Fifi, yeah, we'll forget that exists. But every fucking song, Ganja Burn, Nip Tuck, Good Form. Oh, Majesty, oh my god, Majesty. And then, like, at first I didn't like Miami, the Inspirations outro, or Sir, but I went back and listened to them and I was like, okay, yes, get it. They were definitely growers more than First Off loves. But that whole album, bar the couple I mentioned earlier, absolutely incredible. I know Nicki has kind of gone off the rails this last month of the year. Let's just forgive her for that for now. We shouldn't actually, but like, she should be held accountable 100%. But I'm not gonna start getting involved in drama, because if Cardi B can get away with it, I'm pretty sure Nicki can get away with it. But I don't want people to, I want them to be arrested and face the time for what they did, but you know, that's probably not gonna happen. Now my number 6 is it's an EP, which is basically an album, so don't fight me. Some of you may not even know this artist. It is R.I.P. Indo Hishashi, hopefully I pronounced that name right, by No Rome. He came out with a song called Do It Again earlier this year, like maybe May, June time. It has 4 tracks, this EP. It is incredible. Norum is in the same record label as the 1975 and Pale Waves, the more bigger artists. And he's opening for the 1975 on this next tour, which I'm going to see in 13 days. If you think I'm ready, you are completely wrong. I have my tickets and my bus tickets, that's all I have. Don't have an outfit picked out, don't have a schedule. Like usually I'd have all this done months in advance. Like this is the outfit I'm wearing, not wearing that for another 7 years. R.I.P. Indo Hishashi. Every song on that EP, incredible. We have Do It Again, we have Saint Laurent, we have Narcissus featuring the 1975, and we have 17. All of them incredible in their own individual way. None of them sound the same. And that's how I know an artist is good. Number 5 is My Mind Makes Noises by Pale Waves. This album, fuck. I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is a great album. But as I said in my Christmas gifts of this year, we got so many singles from it, so there was only like, in between 5 and 7, like, surprise tracks. Like, we knew the titles, Heather had posted the lyrics on Instagram, but we had not heard them before. So, that's the only disappointing thing about this album. But all the songs are incredible. They're all so unique, and yes, the writing isn't the best writing I've ever heard or best storytelling, but it's still captivating and you get the story either way. I could go on about this for like 7 years. Sorry. So I'm gonna just move on. Number 4 is LM5, because almost every song on that album, bar one on the deluxe album, I do not listen to. I don't listen to Only You because I never really liked that song. Yeah, it's a bop when it needs to be, but like, it's not necessary on the deluxe album when they have every other track that they do. Every song on LM5, incredible. We love women. Yes. They deserve equal everything. Men, they're trash. We been knew this. The national anthem. Yes, get it, sis. Woman Like Me. Yes, incredible. Think About Us. It's just so good. I want to like kill people. I don't, but you know, that whole track list. More Than Words, Monster in Me, Wasabi and Strip. That's all I'm saying. The best on the album. Monster in Me, especially like at the end when it's like haunting me, haunting you. That part. Oh. We're not even gonna go there. Number 3 is the Star Is Born soundtrack. This movie came out like towards the end of summer. I didn't see it till like October. Oh no, it came out in October and I saw it late in October, I think. I cried, I really did. It was, oh my god, don't even get me started. I will start crying again. But the soundtrack, oh my god, who knew a film that is so reminiscent of like both old and new? It brings both of them together. Yes, they have all the current like tech or the current like musical sound, but it also incorporates a full like 80s kind of sound into like 80s rock for the Bradley Cooper songs. And like the film itself, you don't, unless they pull out like a brand new iPhone or a whatever else, you wouldn't think it's a current day kind of movie. I think it's based off an older movie which had Barbara Streisand, if I'm correct, in it, which is like, I haven't seen it yet but I would love to see it. I'm gonna be really problematic here. My voice just broke. Love that. I'm gonna be really problematic and say I love every Lady Gaga song and only like a few of the Bradley Cooper songs on there. That's it. But like the film mixed with the soundtrack is what made this go up to number 3. Number 2 is A Brief Inquiry into Online Relations by the 1975. This came out at the end of last month and it's already number 2 on my favourites list. That is how incredible it is. It was so necessary, it was so needed by the world today. The lyrical content, although masked by some songs which are overly produced, I'm not going to say it's terrible because it's not terribly produced, it's an incredible album, but they overused like autotune and some other like sound effects that really weren't necessary, because we know that Matty has a beautiful voice, as we will see on tour if they don't use the autotune. through the mic. And we've seen past tours, past albums. So I don't know why they continue to use this. Like, I'm gonna be honest for a second. I listened to 2 songs when it first leaked. My friend sent me a link and I was like, okay, I'll listen to 2 of the songs I wanted to listen to the most, and that's it. No, I listened to 3 actually. I listened to the 1975 intro, and I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. And then I was like, Go Down, and I was like, why would you ruin it like that? Like, now I can say, oh, that's incredible, because I do enjoy the new, like, from the first album to this album, it is such a contrast. It starts off very basic, then it goes to like more, I'm not going to say complicated, but it's different, and then it goes to like something that represents the music in the industry today so perfectly, like overly produced. Very much autotune is clearly used, and oh, I could honestly talk about that for hours. The second song I listened to on the league was I Like America and America Likes Me. Another very overly produced song, but very necessary song in our world at the moment, where America is the only lyric that people actually heard when I was watching reaction videos was, kids don't want rifles, they want Supreme. That was the only one they ever like stopped to think about. I heard that lyric and literally had a full-on sob session in my bed at 7:30 in the morning, because the leak had leaked overnight in America, and my friend was like, here's the link, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to, but I did end up listening. And that song is incredible. And the last song I listened to on the leak was I Couldn't Be More in Love, which was, no, it was I Always Want to Die Sometimes. Why do I keep getting those 2 mixed up? I Always Want to Die Sometimes is, oh, I'm not going to say best song on the album, but it's one of the best songs on the album. There's only one song on the album that I don't particularly love, or I need to be in the mood to actually listen to, and that is The Man Who Married a Robot, and so many people would agree with me on that. My voice just broke again. The Man Who Married a Robot is not really necessary. We didn't need a whole song about Siri, but it 100% makes sense that why it's there. Like, I'm not stupid, I'm not like, oh, it didn't need to be there, it doesn't have any message. Of course it has a message and I get the message, but it doesn't pop off in a sense. The love theme at the end when all the series is speaking is done. Perfect, but that's it. I don't, there's something about it. But every other song on that album is incredible. How to Draw Patriarch, that one. Oh. I was kind of annoyed at the start when I first heard it on release night, because I waited till release night for anything else. The only thing I was annoyed about is that How to Draw from the older version, where it was like very like mellow, very full of emotion, but then have the emotion sucked out of it and auto-tuned. That's what I really didn't like about the song. But now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, that sounds like a bop, and I still have the old one. Like, it's not like it was an old one that never got released. It was released on a vinyl and it's online in places, so it's not like that version is gone forever. They just didn't change it to put it on the regular track list of the new album instead of a side track on a vinyl for a collector's edition box. We still have both versions. No version is like going anywhere, so if you get me, it's like perfectly fine in my eyes. Now, it's perfectly fine in my eyes now. But the singles leading up to it, I didn't like how we got like 5 singles. I would have preferred just like, Give Yourself a Try on the 1st of June, perfectly fine. Give Us Love It If We Made It, and then give us 2 Time. That would be perfectly fine. Or maybe them Forget Sincerity Is Scary, because that would have been such a nice track to be like, ooh, this is different on the album instead of having it released as a single. And then give us It's Not Living maybe closer to the album date. That's my kind of thing. I don't know. But we're not going to dwell on this album too much. My number 1 spot is Sweetener by Ariana Grande, which I'm probably going to talk about for 7 hours anyway, so we don't want to spend too much time on the other one. Sweetener by Ariana Grande. Very many mixed opinions on this one online, everywhere. I can honestly, wholeheartedly say, I enjoy every single track on that album. that's it. Like, people are like, oh, The Light Is Coming is a terrible song. I'm like, it's a terrible song when you're listening to headphones, but like if you put it on like a loud ass speaker where you can feel everything, it's like, yes, it's a bop. And it's no different to any of her other songs in the past. Like, take Break Free for example. I'm not going to say Break Free is a bad song, because it's an incredible song, it has such great meaning. But The Light Is Coming is very repetitive in the same way. But them two songs, like The Light Is Coming just sounds like Ariana Grande's old stuff with a heavier bass and a weird voice in the background. That's the only difference. I'm sorry, but the song is great. And like, people are like, oh, Sweetener, the song isn't even that great. And honestly, I wish I had filmed my reaction to when I was up at 5 AM, delusional, listening to this album, because I haven't slept all day. Because I can't remember how I reacted to Sweetener, but I think it was like everybody else's, where it was like, the nice harmonizing part where in live Dale's car, like everything tastes like a salt, and whatever. And then she goes to get it, get it, get it. That's like such a switch, and flipping the whole song on its head, which is, in my eyes, pretty genius. Like, who does that? Like, goes from their, like, perfect tone to, like, bass drop and, like, get it. No one has done that, I don't think. They probably have, knowing where the music industry is going today. But this isn't even just because I love Ariana and I don't want to disappoint her. Honestly, I can wholeheartedly say every song on this album I enjoy and would go back to any other day of the week. Like, this past week I found myself going back to Sweetener and Successful and Borderline. Last week it was R.E.M., God Is a Woman and Blaze. I love this album. And then I see this tour in whenever, which is going to be incredible. Okay, this video has been hella long, so I might just keep the best singles for another day. But some honorable mentions for best albums is, the only one I have here is I Met You When I Was 18, the playlist by Lauv. What an amazing album. Oh my god, every song is perfect. Did he produce them all by himself? I think some of them he did, which, incredible. But that's all I'm going to say, because this video is getting to be about 7 hours long. So, goodbye, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again very soon.